Now students, we have understood the candle flame, right? Three types of zone are there. One is innermost, middle zone and the outer zone. Now we will discuss these three zones through this activity. So first is given activity 5.6. To prove that the wax paper burns with a flame. So take a glass tube and hold it from the middle with the help of a pair of tongues. Introduce it one end into the dark zone of a non-flickering candle flame for a few seconds. So what will happen? So after some time we will observe that this melted wax vaporized and during the burning and passes through the glass tube to the other end and burns with a flame. So it will vaporize and it will pass through the another glass tube and it will burns with a flame. So students, in which zone it is? So it should be a middle zone because it is burning. So a middle zone is the region where it is quite moderately hot and it is also known as a luminous zone. Now students, activity 5.7 that proves that the innermost zone of a candle flame is unburnt wax. Means if we are putting any substance on the innermost zone, then what will become? It will remain as it is, or we can say unburnt. So take a glass rod on a glass slide and put it on the candle flame that is shown in the figure. So if you are putting here near the candle flame or at the innermost zone, what will be happen? Here oxygen is not present. So we can say that the lack of oxygen, no combustion will take place and it will remain as unburnt only, and the carbon particles will deposit on this glass tube. The black color is shows the carbon particle that is present on the rod. Okay, this shows that innermost layer will not shows any hot condition. Now activity 5.8 is that to prove that the outermost, that is non-luminous zone of a candle flame has a high temperature. So take a thin and long copper wire and hold it inside the candle flame as shown in the figure given alongside for the half minute. So what you will observe? You will observe that the temperature of the outermost zone of the candle is maximum. Because you can understand this? Because whatever the wax vapor will be there, that is enough oxygen to burn it completely. So this copper wire will burn completely because it is the highest, or we can say it has the highest amount of heat is produced at this point. So it will burn. The wire in the contact with the outermost zone of the candle flame becomes very red hot. Now students, some questions are there. First question is that what factors determine the color of the flame? So which factor will determine the color of the flame? Second, which is the least hot region of the candle flame where is no heat is there? So which is the region? That is we have seen in activity 5.6. In which zone of the candle flame does complete combustion take place? So in which region, or we can say in which zone the complete combustion will take place, that you have to write. Okay. Now students, our next topic is fuel. So fuels are the substances that burn to produce heat and the light energy. So when fuel will start to burn, it will produce the heat and the light. Some commonly used fuels are wood, coal, kerosene, petrol, diesel, LPG, liquefied petroleum gas, and CNG, that is compressed natural gas. Fuels are used for cooking, in automobiles, and to generate electricity. So these are the examples of the fuel, and it is used for the cooking, automobiles, and to generate electricity. On the basis of their physical state, fuels have been divided into the three categories. First is the solid fuel, liquid fuel, and the gaseous fuel. So what are the examples of solid fuel and what do you mean by solid fuel? So solid fuels are the fuel that exist solid at the room temperature. they are solid at the room temperature. What about liquid fuel? So that will fuel that will exist as a liquid at the room temperature, and the gaseous fuels will exist in a gaseous state at the room temperature. This is the same for all three, right? The example of the solid fuels are wood, charcoal, coal, coke, cow dung, cake, etc. So these are the example of the solid fuel. For the liquid, it is kerosene, petrol, diesel, fuel oil, alcohol, benzene, etc. And for the gaseous, it is biogas, natural gas, LPG, petroleum gas, CNG, right? This is the gaseous fuel, right? Now students, here example is given, that is solid fuel, here liquid fuel is there, and here the gaseous fuel, that is in CNG cylinder, is given, LPG cylinders, right? Do you know LPG is a mixture of hydrocarbon gases used as a fuel. In case of LPG, it is a mixture of hydrocarbon gases. It was first produced by the Walter Snelling in the year 1910. So this cylinder gas is produced as a 1910 by the Walter Snelling. It burns cleanly with no soot and the very few sulfur emission, posing no ground or water pollution hazard. So it will not create any type of water pollution or no ground pollution. So it is pure, we can say like that way, okay.